As we just heard, in Scandinavia, great design should have a purpose. And the purpose of the new NAV 3 is to perform. So I start talking about engines. We have a fresh engine range with, as you can see, a full triple fuel lineup with biopower, diesel, and petrol. I'll start with biopower. I have also something to show you. It's not a new engine, it's this one. Fossil fuel, in this case some oil. Over the years it served the motor industry well, but has one major drawback. It's non-renewable. Once you burnt it, it can't be replaced. But this, plant life, unlike the fossil fuel, it's renewable. And it doesn't add, it helps reducing the carbon dioxide emissions into the atmosphere. The world's first bioethanol car that is turbocharged was a Saab 95 biopower. And that one proved that it doesn't need to be boring to drive an environmentally friendly car. On the contrary, the Saab biopower really encourages you to drive green. Because when you fill it up with the 85, you will as a reward get increased power with at least 25 horsepower and also increased torque. It's a true win-win situation, both for the environment and the driver. During the spring we introduced the biopower engine also in the 9.3, and with the new 9.3 we're adding a second offer. It's a high-performance 2-liter turbo delivering 200 horsepower when running on ethanol. The next big news is diesel. Even if we at Saab would prefer to deliver even more environmentally friendly cars, the real world is still dominated by diesel and petrol. So of course we have to be competitive. That's why we're adding our first aerodiesel. It's a high-tech engine, unique to Saab, that delivers 180 horsepower and gives class-leading levels of efficiency and performance. Its engine displacement is only 1.9 liters. So with that, it will take us close to the milestone of being able to deliver 100 horsepower per liter. And with a 400 Newton meter of torque, it's highly responsive. To put that in context for you, fifth gear acceleration between 80 and 120 is only 7.9 seconds. TT in the engine termination stands for two-stage turbo, which is a turbo technology which, as you can see, ensures a high torque curve right across the revs range. The engine has a pair of turbines mounted within one single unit. A smaller turbo is first in line, followed by a larger one. At low engine speeds, the small turbo ensures a very rapid response. And as the revs increase, the larger turbo progressively comes into play. In this way, the driver enjoys good instant torque at low revs and strong high-end power at high revolutions. And you'll be able to experience this engine on the test drive today. And while you're on the test drive, do make sure to try out our new sports mode on the automatic When you push a button on the instrument panel, the automatic gearbox shifts to sporty mode. It's holding gears longer while accelerating, and it shifts down earlier while braking. At Saab, we believe strongly in performance, but in a responsible way, which is why safety has been an area in which Saab has been a leader throughout its history. Take the 9-3 convertible, for example. It enjoys a 5-star Euro NCAP rating, and it just recently received the 2007 top safety pick from the Insurance Institute of Highway Safety in the US. And that's the top result of all convertibles tested. So the convertible now joins the sports sedan in receiving this top accolade. We've kept the most important development to last. The introduction of all-wheel drive in the Saab 9-3. It features the latest generation Haldex system, Generation 4, which is probably the most advanced on the market, and we're the first manufacturer to offer it. Cross-wheel drive system, as we call it, has been developed and tested in Trollhattan. We've carefully tuned the chassis and integrated the cross-wheel drive to give the driver enhanced control while cornering hard or completing a high-speed maneuver. Later on, should we maybe say that? Yeah, we should say it. Together with this cross-wheel drive system, we're also combining this with a 280 horsepower V6 turbo, giving 400 Nm of torque. Later on, our chassis engineers will tell you every detail about the system. But for now, I just want to share with you one example of its performance. We benchmarked the system against the best Japanese and German competitors. We're using the same similar engine outputs. The test was performed. It was a very simple test, we thought. Entering the course at a speed of 40 kilometers per hour, and then passing through a series of cones at full throttle. Each of the tested cars we drove at least 20 times, and we recorded a lot of data. Key among this data is lateral acceleration, or the amount of G-force you have in the side turns. The lower value, the better. Because that means that the drive system is delivering maximum traction to drive the car forward. And the results from this test is as follows. The green line shows the lateral acceleration of our Japanese competitor. It completed the course in slightly above 8 seconds and with an exit speed of close to 92 kph. The blue line here shows our German competitor. It's better, finishing at 7.66 seconds and slightly higher top speed. But being the patriots we are, we couldn't resist testing our system against one of the cars we respect the most. The Porsche 911 Turbo, Model Year 7 four-wheel drive. And the red line here shows the result of that car. As you would expect, highly impressive 7.17 seconds and a top speed of 110 when you're exiting the course. So, let me now show you our system. Black line here. Interesting. That was our findings on this particular test. Of course, there are many other tests that could be done. But what is clear is that the Saab crosswheel drive provides many benefits, especially for the more enthusiastic driver. And compared to our competitors, we're absolutely convinced that we really do have a state-of-the-art system. So by that, I hand over to Jan-Åke to conclude.